Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Happy Pride Month for everybody celebrating. This is kind of the theme I have for this video with a couple of objects that I've made. And I wanted to release this video before the end of June. That's why there wasn't a alternative craft video in between my podcasts, but next week I will have a alternative video centered around alternative types of yarn to use for crafting next week. So let's get started with my finished objects. I have quite a few. This first one, I made a chevron baby blanket in primary colors mainly, and this is what it looks like. Just too big to show on camera as with most blankets, so this is also available on my Etsy. I updated that the other day. And my other ones made with the same type of yarn I used is this clutch. Let me button this up really quickly. I'm sorry for any noise in the background. A cat is currently in my craft room. This is what it looks like. It's like a kid's clutch, and it has two wooden buttons on it. This is also up on my Etsy right now, and I made this with the leftovers from the baby blanket. With the leftovers from that, I made a really tiny coin purse for my boyfriend. It's super tiny, and it's just for any loose coins he has in his car. He wanted me to make something like this for him. So yeah, this is what it looks like. It's super tiny. It's so small. And after that, I made a variation on the beach pouch I made earlier for Mother's Day for my boyfriend. I think I showed you guys the tan one already. It's currently untied right now, but I made this tan one. I think I showed you guys last video. If not, I'll show you after I untie this. But yeah, I made these same pattern with the knit square on the bottom and then the crocheted ribbed. And I made a gray version recently, and that is also available on my Etsy, both of them. And now for more Pride Central objects. I have this rainbow purse I made a while back. I never used it. I never used it for myself because I just have a less colorful, I would guess, wardrobe, and I didn't really have anything to wear it with. So I have this rainbow purse I made a while back. I'm going to be posting this on my Etsy for Pride Month, so I'll have this up by the end of June. It's, Pride Month, it doesn't have to just be on June, so I just have a gay purse up on my Etsy. And now for some experimental objects, I guess you would say. I got a hot glue gun recently, and I've been going kind of hot glue happy with that. So I tried to make some scrunchies, and the first two are kind of fails. You can see, they work as hairbands, but they're not the best. I don't really like sewing all that much, especially hand sewing. I don't have a sewing machine yet, but I tried it with hot glue, and these just didn't turn out too round, too donut looking. And I made one that actually does work, so this one is the only viable one. I use the other two still, but I made this one. I also made some other scrunchies. I made this with the eyelash yarn. I think I told you guys about that, but these are also going to be up on my Etsy. I have a couple made in here, and I have the yarn for that. I'll show you guys later what I've been using in materials right next to me when I get to that part. And I also recently made dishcloths. I made little dishcloths. I have to tie in the end still, but what you do is you put the loop, behind a handle, and then you can fold the dishcloth around it. You can use this in the shower or for the sink, drying off dishes or whatever. I made 4 of these, and I'll be selling these in a pack of 2 on my Etsy as well. I mainly make things to sell because I just frankly don't have room for every single crochet creation I made, and it's not really close enough to Christmas to be giving these away to other family members and friends and stuff, so I put these up on my Etsy. That's mainly what I've been doing. The thing I just finished today is this, again, multicolored rainbow blanket. But I was also thinking this could also be used as a rug due to how dense I made it. It is so dense. And it's also like an awkward length for a blanket, like awkward dimensions. Like it's this long and, you know, pretty long, so I don't know. I'll figure out what to post that as on Etsy when I get there. And I also, out of a handle my boyfriend found in a parts car he bought from Georgia, it had some girls' leftover stuff in it, and I said I wanted the handle because I wanted to make a purse out of it. This is one of my favorite things I've made recently. I'm going to put a zipper on it. I hate zippers, but I'm going to have to do it because I don't want this to look janky in any way, because I'm really proud. I lined it. As you can see, I sewed the top together, and I also have the handle, which is really good condition. So I don't know if this is what I'm gonna keep for myself or sell yet, because I don't know. I'll have to figure that out whenever I finish it. But I don't know how I'm gonna show this one. Let me try to figure something out. It's on a dress form. Here we go. I got it. So I might have to put some external clips in, but this is a bra I made yesterday. And this is my dress form Eleanor. I stole this from my mom, but I have to insert some kind of footage of this not zoomed in. Maybe I can just it cinches in the back. That was hard to show on camera, but I'll insert some kind of clips of that on here. I'm really proud of it. It's one of the most scary things for me to make, because I've always seen people make bras and crochet, like women make bras for themselves or whatever, and I never tried it. I don't know. I don't really use patterns, but for that one I just sat down for a couple hours and I made a bra mermaid top thing. I'm gonna probably make it into a dress. I'm gonna pick up some more yarn of the same type and colorway, but I just thought that was really cool and I made that. And one unrelated yarn thing is I had these cactus buttons for a while, and I wanted to put them on some type of cardigan for my house, like whenever it gets cold in here, so I put some cactus buttons on this cardigan, and I kind of upcycled it a little bit. I thrifted this from my Goodwill, and so yeah. I feel like with my most recent videos I've had to cut it because of some interruption. The cat was being naughty, and so Mochi had to come out because he was stressing her out. Anyways, I think that's about it, except for this. This is another scrunchie I made. I made it with some thrifted yarn as well. With this type of yarn, I thrifted that at Goodwill as well. Put Mochi on my lap. There you go. And let's get back onto my works in progresses. I think you can hear him outside my door being mad. But I wanted to upcycle these shoes I got. These are also thrifted, and I wanted to put the rainbow on them, so I got red, I got orange, and a little bit of yellow. But I don't think I'm gonna finish them before June, but again, Pride Month doesn't have to just be in June. You know, you can celebrate Pride whenever. And another thing about that bra is that I made it with blue, pink, and purple yarn, but I didn't get around to pink and purple because I wanted it to be kind of monochrome, but it was originally going to be a bisexual bralette or whatever. I already made a bisexual blanket that I have on my Instagram. But anyway, let's get back to works in progresses. Oh, she's curling around on my back. I started knitting a beanie. As I said in my previous video, I was going to knit a beanie, and I was scared of it, but I started. I got the brim done. Now I have to do the rest of it with, it's gonna take me centuries, but actually I have one more finished object in here. As I said, I was hot glue happy, and I made this with some beads. I hot glued it to a jar. I don't think the top really comes off much anymore, but I just have beads stored in here. More beads I didn't use to cover the outside, so I don't know. I thought that was cool. I thought I lost her. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then I'm still working on the handle to that purple purse that I showed you guys earlier. And then here's the yarn I've been using. I hate this type of yarn for crocheting, you guys. So that's why I'm just making scrunchies out of it. But I have some eyelash yarn I'm using and some matching purple elastics. And I'm going to be selling these on my Etsy as well, as I showed you earlier, the finished product of these. So, but you don't come off. Okay. And also I am still making twine out of plastic bags. Still working on making a bunch of that. And another happy hot glue moment is putting mochi in this basket. Is this basket? Mochi is currently a mochi in it, but I hot glued a doily I thrifted into it. I'm sorry, she's so freaking cute. Look at her. Hi, Mochi. This is my year-old female lavender albino leopard gecko. She's in the craft room with me, so no cats can get to her, but Teddy somehow sneaked into here and started terrorizing her, so now she needs some handling so she doesn't get so stressed out. It's summer now in Florida, so she's really active right now. But yeah, I hot glued a doily in the bottom, make up a little fancy basket. And I think the last thing, well, I think I have some alternate things I want to show you. I got these stitch markers off of Wish. I put a sticker on them, and I just thought that was cool that I got some like really cool, like there's 120 in here, stitch markers for like $2 off Wish. So I just wanted to let you guys know that Wish does have some good stuff, especially for crocheting. If you get like plastic and like tools and stuff, I don't know about how good the actual yarn is, but I just have good experiences. I also ordered a tape measure, a cute tape measure from there, and some embroidery scissors. I haven't gotten the embroidery scissors yet, so I'll let you know how those are, but the tape measure is actually really good, and you know, it's like $2, you know, and every shipping and everything. Sometimes you can get free stuff, and you just have to pay for the shipping. She's on my leg. This is an interesting video. But I just wanted to show you guys how much I love these hooks from, I think I told you guys before, but I just want to show you the absolute torture this hook has gone through. Look at all the purple wearing off. This isn't indicative of how good the hook is, because I mean, there's still polished wood underneath it. This is just like the ombre coat, but I use this thing like, I finished that whole rug blanket situation with this. I use all these for all of my Plarn bags and stuff, so Plarn wears on it. It's not just even regular acrylic. So, and then the last work in progress is this bag I'm working on. It doesn't really look like a bag, it just looks like a big old circle. Let me detach this. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's just a circle right now. So, thank you guys for watching. It was Mochi saying goodbye. And I'll see you guys next week with a hopefully less shaky video. Bye!